So we decided, Charlene Rawson actually purchased the building, and then I came on board with her to create a nonprofit for our community. So what we're doing is we let Al and Betty finally get to retirement at this point. Al's, I don't know if he's exactly excited about that or not, but...
I remember when they did that, they did that to keep it going. And I don't think they were just community-minded. And this was my legislative district.
Okay.
And so I remember them doing it for just the right reasons. And they didn't do it to make money.
Oh, gosh, no.
I know that.
No.
And I'm not sure you make money in a small town with a movie theater, but I'm sure you can keep it going. And I think, Joe, that's the key, right?
Well, and that's kind of the whole plan here, was not to necessarily make money. That wasn't the intent when Charlene and I had kind of talked about this originally, was to, if we purchased the building from Al and Betty, the intent was to create a nonprofit to be run by the community and then give back to the community. So the other organizations within the community could come in, help out, and take something away from it. So, yeah, that's the plan. We put it into motion. We purchased it. Nonprofit-wise, we are set up, ready to go. We're going to... We're on air. We're going to announce it. It is not out there yet, but next weekend we are showing The Last Rodeo. Thursday,
really?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That is cool.
That is the first announcement. So anybody listening in Lisbon,
thank you
there's
for
a
doing
plug.
that here.
Yes, so.
Thank you for doing that here. You know, there's a lot of towns that hopefully are listening to you who are trying to do what you do and just maybe can use this as an example to keep that theater open in their small town?
Yeah, and we're going to try to do even more than just movies. We're going to try to bring in some comedy acts and open it more for the ability to have more private parties or more ability to do other things. So we're going to market a little bit different. Hopefully work with the restaurants, maybe try to do, purchase some movie tickets with a meal plan, try to, entice more activity to come to Lisbon. With my role with the Civic and Commerce, it is to bring economic development to the area and bring sales tax and revenue and keep it alive, like you said. And so that's kind of all goes together. So Charlene is the president of our Civic and Commerce, and so it was just very fitting. So our third member of our board for the nonprofit is Lacey Halstinson, and she is also a member of our board for our Civic and Commerce. So it all kind of comes together.
You know, I can tell you this. You've got a great community for this. Mm-hmm. I mean, you do. There's people dedicated to Lisbon. They come from, and you're in a good spot. You've got good jobs all the way around. Ransom County has always been that way. But this town, when I come, it's always improving itself. I mean, really, if you travel the states as much as what I do around, you don't always see that, you guys. Unfortunately, you don't. And when I come to Lisbon, I always see something going on. And so this is going to work, Joe, is my point. I can feel it.
Well, I probably wouldn't have had the passion for it. I asked Meredith to come on because she has been a drive that this community has had for a long time, and I'm not originally from here. I married into and moved here, so this was new for me, but Meredith has been a go-getter since the day I've came here, and I've looked at her and said, if she can do it, I can do it. So I feel like she's been a source of, I'm going to go to her, I'm going to ask her the questions, and I want to be with her. I want to team up with her, and I feel like this is something that we work well together, and that's what's going to keep Lisbon alive. And that is a true passion. So I would rather have Meredith on my side and alongside me, and I feel like she started this, and I just want to team up with her.
Meredith, I'm going to go out on a limb here. Are you ready?
Sure.
I think she voted for you for park commissioner. I don't think she struggled when your name got on that ballot.
Yeah.
I think she hit that button. So keeping the theater alive here in Lisbon, bringing arts into the community, whether it is through theater, whether it is through performances. I mean, how important is that in a town this size?
Oh, it's very important. You hear people comment there's nothing to do. There's tons of things to do in Lisbon in these small communities. You just have to participate and go to the events. So we have really active groups in Lisbon, and with the movie theater, with the Parks and Rec department, with all of those things that go on, there really is something to do almost every single week, every weekend. It's just a matter of participating.
Yeah, and we're going to get to some of that in a bit. We're going to get to some events you have planned here at big time, just a couple weeks away.
Yeah, happy days, definitely. Big event.
So I definitely want to get into that. But, the Bronco, that's a gamble, too. That's a business, owning that. I mean, what made you decide you wanted to be a bar owner?
I don't know about that one, but, really, we needed another restaurant bar in the community. So we had seen a couple closures of some of our other facilities, and this gorgeous building, 100-year-old building.
It is a gorgeous building.
Yeah, it used to be Cold Hardware years ago. It's got empty for 3-4 months, and it's like someone needs to do something with it. So I actually kind of dove in, head first, and it's now my full-time job, but it's a successful bar and restaurant, something that the community needed. And we get people from all over the state of North Dakota coming in, and they'll drive to Lisbon just for lunch. So it's a great feeling.
I can totally vouch for how important that is. We have, like this weekend, for example, I have a lot of family members come home. It's Memorial Day weekend, right? And invariably, it's like, hey, and it's always someplace new. We haven't tried this out. We haven't tried that out. And to be able to go to that place, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So my guess is people are coming to town.
They are.
That's a good thing to have happen. If I go up and down Main Street, what am I going to see in Lisbon?
Cars. Lots of cars and no parking. That is true.
With her, she's going to want a parking ramp pretty soon. You got to stay clear.
We've talked about that. There's actually a whole thing. We have talked about that. We need more parking. That has been a big deal. Revitalization, that has been a key to what is happening downtown, the trigger atmosphere of what is happening. Meredith started something with the Bronx. It started at the Hamilton building on the corner, and it's progressively going down. The Renaissance Zone has been real big movement, I think, overall. The dollars are there. The city has invested money in improvements and the ability to bring in more businesses between Star Committee being able to give those dollars out, the Beautification Committee. Lisbon being where it is key because it's an hour drive to any major city to get anything. So it's so important to keep our businesses thriving and not dying. And that is where we're at. And Meredith was right when she said, I don't know if she necessarily thought that was going to be her full-time job when she took it on, maybe, but I can remember I was working at the hardware store at the time, and she came in and she was busy doing stuff for the Parks Department and building this business. And I thought she was crazy. I really did. I didn't know how she did it, but she did, and she's been successful, and that tells me that if there's a will, there's a way, and I like that. Well,
both of you, I want to get into Happy Days, so stick around, because if we're going to be here, by God, we're going to tell people what you got coming up and coming on. And I can tell you this, for you towns out there with a pretty good baseball team that think you got a shot, you're going to have to hear this as well, or you're definitely going to want to. But first, we get to the Weather Cave and talk to the tall man. That's Too Tall Tom Szymanski.
A couple showers here and there across South Central through western North Dakota and into the western part of the state perhaps today. Along with that, central and western South Dakota may get into the act as well with a few hit and miss showers today. That pattern will repeat itself tomorrow and again Sunday. Similar locations for minor shower potential, with the chances lifting a little further north and eastward on Memorial Day, but do not misconstrue that for expecting rain all the time everywhere during that period. Most of us will have a high and dry period of weather for today right on through Memorial Day. Temperatures 50s and 60s today, a few 70s southwest, 30s and 40s overnight tonight, and 60s and 70s for tomorrow. That temperature trend will continue for Sunday and also into Memorial Day. Not much wind at all expected through the stretch. Current temps, currently Monoma is at 57 degrees. Bemidji checks in with 54. Twin Cities is at 57. And Fergus Falls is 59. 55 in Sisseton, 62 in Sioux Falls, 56 in Mobridge, and 52 in Dickinson. It's 56 in Williston, 57 in Minot, and 51 in Bismarck. Jamestown is at 56 degrees, and Grand Forks is at 60. It is 58 in Wapaton, Breckenridge, and Fargo checks in with 59. Tomstown, Terrebonne, Minnesota, 59. I'm meteorologist Tom Szymanski from the News and Views Regional Weather Cave.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. You know what? The cruiser is here, and it is in Lisbon, and it's loving it. It is sponsored by the North Dakota Farmers Union, the North Dakota Association of Rural Electric Cooperatives, Pfeiffer's, Auction Realty and Land Management, Nielsen Brand Law, and Broadband Association of North Dakota. I also want to thank the great folks at the AMVETS of Fargo. Become something bigger by contacting or stopping by a local AMVETS post. When we come back, it's Happy Days. And we're going to talk about it right after this.
At NDGGA, you might say representation is our business. So, as you plant this spring, you can get to your business. We'll represent you on the policies that affect your bottom line and on the bills that affect your land. We also represent your concerns because they're ours too. We're producers, agronomists, leaders, and innovators just like you. Join the North Dakota Grain Growers Association today, and together, we'll represent you on the challenges that tomorrow brings. Visit ndgga.com. You raise, we represent.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon has everything you can think of for home improvement. Plus, they build high-quality one-piece movable homes. Choose several floor plans or let their custom design department help build you the home you always wanted. If you need lumber, Riverside Building Center will deliver it right to your job site within 100 miles of Lisbon. Call today or go to rbclisbon.com and see why they are truly known as Southeast North Dakota's building supply headquarters.
Hi, it's Ted from the Red River Basin Commission. If you've been on our website lately, you may have seen a lot of information about our soil health initiatives. People regularly ask why the Commission talks about soil health. It's true that our organization started as a flood fighter, but it became apparent early in our 40-year history that the land and water are inextricably linked. Soil health and conservation have always been among our major efforts. Healthy soils are more resilient to floods, droughts, and water quality concerns. They are rich in organic matter and have good structure, which can absorb and retain more water than degraded soils. Healthy soils are more resistant to wind and water erosion, contributing to improved water quality. By enhancing water infiltration into the ground rather than runoff across the surface, healthy soil helps reduce the transport of fertilizers and pesticides into nearby water bodies. For more information about this Water Minute, please visit our Facebook, Twitter, or RedRiverBasinCommission.org.
News and views.
Establish your future with a degree in agriculture from Lake Region State College in Devil's Lake. Specialize in precision agriculture. Learn hands-on with interactive labs and your own 40-acre field. Visit Lake Region State College and see why the agriculture program is a perfect fit for you. Take those steps into your future with a degree in precision agriculture. Call 662-1600 or go to lrsc.edu to learn more. Lake Region State College in Devil's Lake can help you achieve your goals.
Safety Pool in Park River, North Dakota wants to know what career phase you're in. Safety Pool continues to grow with full-time positions for painters. Experience is preferred and pay and benefits are competitive, including annual efficiency bonuses. They're a driven, motivated team that has worked from the first phase of their career to the top. What career phase are you in? Call Alec at 701-284-6100. Safety Pool is an equal opportunity employer.
Looking to build a deck? Penner Auctions Morden has composite decking in a variety of colors and sold by the lift. How about a new hot tub to put on that deck? They have new and used hot tubs on auction. Also a large selection of campers and boats, including a 2007 Tiffin Allegro Class A motorhome. You'll find a good selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and so much more. Don't forget the massive selection of zero-turn mowers, including Kubota, Toro, and Cub Cadets. Farm and construction equipment, including skid steers, loaders, mini excavators, and more. For full listing and to view and bid now, go to PennerAuctions.com.
In this week's edition of the Borderland Press, we talk behind the scenes with officials about the upcoming Langdon School District referendum vote on June 10th. The Cavalier County Cancer Crusaders are celebrating after totaling the numbers from their most recent fundraiser. In sports, we'll have coverage of regional baseball, softball, golf, and track and field. Not a subscriber? Call 256-5311 to arrange for print or e-delivery. Read all about it in the Borderland Press in your mailbox today.
News Talk, KNDK.
Oh, that's your sign, ladies and gentlemen, that it's a Friday. Joe Stoltz is with us yet. She is the spark plug here in Lisbon, along with another one of the major forces, Meredith Olson. I want to talk about Happy Days with the short period of time we got. Joe, walk me through what this is all about.
So we are trying something different this year. We are going to do 8 days, which is, in my opinion, 8 days in a small community is unheard of. Our board decided to try something completely different, and then we went to our member base, and our member base is 101 members strong. That is also unheard of. So, yeah, we're doing 8 days. We're June 14th through the 21st, and
well, you couldn't do it without sponsors. I'm looking at the bill, and you've got sponsors here. Somebody knocked on somebody's door.
Yeah, we started in December, and luckily the biggest sponsor came on board. We are so thankful for the Lisbon Fire Department Gaming. They were our biggest supporter, and without them, we would have to be charging.
My Borderland Sports presents high school baseball. Brought to you by
LaFrance Seed Solutions, your hometown Farmers Union oil dealer, the Langdon Eagles Club, Clyde Farm Service, Christie Motors, Choice Bank, United Communications, Du Bois Oil, Olson Farmers Elevator, Howard Air, Ag Country Farm Credit Services, Simplot Grower Solutions, Wahala Building Center, T.R. Wayne Insurance Agency, Sporty's Bar and Grill, Hoople Farmers Grain, Witzel Construction, North Prairie Ag, Mostad Insurance Services, Langdon Implement, Clemetsrud Plumbing, Heating and Air, Bachman Goodman Ag Services, Langdon Building Center, Columbia Grain, Forest Flying Service, and Farmers and Merchant State Bank.
Now, let's head to the field.
All right, folks, a top of the morning to you. And welcome to Park River, North Dakota, North Star Co-op Field. We are getting ready here for the championship game of the 2025 Region 4 High School Baseball Tournament here on KNDK 1080. MyBorderland.com, the MyBorderland app, and also on the Stable YouTube channel for the Park River Schools as we get ready to go here for a championship game that will feature the top seeder in this tournament, the Park River Area Aggies, 19-3 on the year, taking on the third seeded Grafton Spoilers. Grafton is 7-10 on the year. Both these teams have played a couple games, obviously, this tournament. Park River Area has won their first two contests, one way back on Monday in the opening round of this tournament by the 10-run rule over Midway Minto, 12-2. Then they won a winner's bracket game over Grafton yesterday, 6-1, to get into the championship game today. Grafton, their trek has been a little longer to get into this championship game. They defeated Langdon Munich in a crazy 13-12 contest back on Monday. They then played that winner's bracket game yesterday against Park River Area and again lost 6-1. They then had to come back, and they did, against Midway Minto last night in a loser-out game of this tournament, and they won 16-5. That game was called by the 10-run rule after 5 innings. So that's how both teams get to the matchup here today. This will be the fourth meeting between the Aggies and the Spoilers here today. Park River Area has won all 3 of them so far. We'll see what happens in the fourth go-around here for the Aggies and the Spoilers in the championship game of this 2025 Region 4 High School Baseball Tournament. The winner will move on to the state high school baseball tournament next Thursday going on in Fargo, and the loser will be done for the season. Now, if Grafton wins this first championship game, we would play a second championship game which will be immediately following this one. So Grafton needs to win twice today. Park River area needs just to win this first game. They are the undefeated team of the tournament as the Aggies and the Spoilers get ready to roll here today. Let's go with our Choice Bank starting lineups for the game today. And brought to you by Choice Bank, or the lineups and your local Choice Bank branch location, like the ones in Grafton and Langdon. Choice Bank member FDIC. Visitors will be third seeded Grafton today, and here is their Choice Bank starting batting order. They will lead off today with the center fielder, Trenton Keena. Catcher Cruiser Burns is batting second for the Spoilers today. Kyler Drug, the first baseman, bats third. Kyan Burns, the third baseman, batting cleanup for Grafton. Soren Olsen, right fielder, is batting fifth. Ty Story, the second baseman, bats sixth for the Spoilers. Brody Lillimo, the shortstop, is batting seventh today. Jurgen Olsen is DHing for the pitcher, Jack Green, for Grafton, and Jurgen Olsen is batting eighth. Wes Johnson, the left fielder, bats ninth. As Jamie Villarreal, head coach of the Spoilers, here today. He's assisted by Brian Fike and Cameron Frazier here this afternoon. Let's bring you the Choice Bank starters. So the home team today, the Park River area Aggies, here in the championship game of the Region 4 tournament. We'll bring you the Choice Bank starters for Park River area. After this, for our starting lineup sponsor, again, they're our friends at Choice Bank.
Our customers are our neighbors, farmers, small business owners, and we stand by them in good times and challenging times. With Choice Bank, you'll feel like we put you first, because we always have. Join our family at bankwithchoice.com. Choice Bank, member FDIC.
Choice Bank starting batting order today for the Park River area Aggies. They're 19-3 in the season. Metro Grafton 7-10 on the year. As the Aggies will lead off today with their second baseman, James Larson. The pitcher, Jake Solsing, is batting second here for Park River area this afternoon, or this morning, I guess, as we are still. Tucker Romdahl, the shortstop, bats third for the Aggies. Kieran Sullivan will DH today and bat fourth. He's DH for the right fielder, Jackson Omdahl. So Sullivan in the cleanup spot for Park River area. Jamison Arovic is the first baseman. He's batting fifth. Trace Anderson, the catcher, bats sixth for Park River area. Batting seventh is Noah Troffgruben, the left fielder. Isaac Porter, playing third base, is batting eighth today. And Aiden Ross, the center fielder, bats ninth. Brett Omdahl is coaching the Aggies here this morning. He is assisted by Tom Magnuson and Brady Omdahl here today. Those are our Choice Bank starting lineups here for our championship game of this Region 4 high school baseball tournament. We'll take a break, and we will come back, and we shall return with the first pitch for the Aggies and the Spoilers. Again, Parker area needs just to win this first championship game, and they're going to state next Thursday in Fargo. Grafton needs to win this game and a second championship game to follow to go to state for the second straight year. So we'll take a break. We'll bring you our first pitch here for the Aggies and the Spoilers coming up after a pregame break here on KNDK, MyBorderland.com, the MyBorderland app, and also again on the stable.
The Friend Seed Solutions of Langdon is ready to help you get that crop on the ground with several options and varieties of top quality seed. Call Austin at 256-2374. Wishing the Cards and all area teams best of luck this tournament season. LaFrance Seed Solutions, Highway 1, Langdon.
Farmers Union Oil is your locally owned co-op, meaning the money you spend stays in your community. Customers are paid dividends, and that money stays at home. Call for current fuel and propane prices. Farmers Union Oil, Langdon, Calvin, Lawton, Lankin, and Edinburgh, your locally owned cooperative.
The Langdon Eagles Club says, go Cardinals. Wednesday is chicken night. Fridays are burger nights. Order for the field, 256-3300. Blackjack Gaming and the Pig Wheel every Friday and Saturday night. Progressive Bingo Monday and Tuesdays at 7:30. The Langdon Eagles Club.
This portion of the game is brought to you by Clyde Farm Service and Supply. See them for Westfield and Meridian Augers and Bear Track Utility Trailers. Clyde Farm Service and Supply wishes best luck to all area teams.
Christie Motors is a premier Ford dealership that is committed to customer service. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, see Christie Motors, your local Ford dealer in Langdon. Working from home is made easier with help from United and Turtle Mountain Communications. Let their high-speed internet give you one less thing to worry about with strong connections that keep you connected for all of your online work. Visit UTMA.com. United and Turtle Mountain Communications, yesterday, today, tomorrow.
When it comes to keeping your tractor moving and your farm running smoothly, trust Jay with the Boys Oil. With the reliable diesel, gas, and mobile oil delivery, they've been fueling our community for over 60 years. Want speedy farm delivery? Du Bois Oil is your solution. Contact Jay at 370-1775.
Your one-stop farm headquarters is the Olson Farmers Elevator. See them for grain marketing, fertilizer, chemical, seed, soil sampling, variable rate, and bulk fuel. The Olson Farmers Elevator, your locally owned co-op, serving their patrons for 103 years and counting.
Spraying season is here, and Ryan and Rick at Howard Air are ready to go, offering you dependable ground and aerial spraying. Book your acres today by calling Ryan or Rick at 370-9710. Proudly serving Cavalier County and beyond. It's Howard Air.
At Egg Country Farm Credit Services, we know that it takes preparation, hard work, and a full team effort to achieve success. So no matter what field you're competing on, we salute all our local athletes. Egg Country Farm Credit Services, experts in every field.
All right, friends, here we are ready to go. Jake Solsing on the mound here for Park River area in this Region 4 championship game. We are getting ready to roll with here today. Park River area trying to get back to a state tournament for the first time since 2019, back to their glory years. Of course, big seasons. They went to state to the Aggies 2016, 17, 18, and 19 when they were Park River, Fordville, Lankin. Now Park River area, of course, with Valley Edinburgh in the co-op, along with Fordville, Lankin, and Park River. The reason we're doing this game so early, by the way, it's 11 a.m. Like, it's a beautiful day. Why aren't we waiting until this afternoon? That's what we thought, too. But there's graduations going on this weekend for Park River, Fordville, Lankin, Valley, Edinburgh, and Grafton. And there's a lot of graduation parties going on today, so that's why we're doing this game early, and potential second game here early as well. We're ready for our first pitch today. Jake Solsing to deliver to Trenton Keener. The first pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off. 11:02 a.m. is our first pitch time here today, and our first pitch temperature is at 57 degrees here in Park River. No balls, and one strike to count. It goes here to Trenton Keenan. He'll swing on the next pitch. Foul one back and out of play. It'll be no balls and 2 strikes. Left-hander Jake Solsing making his first appearance on the mound here in this region tournament. Getting his first chance to throw here. We'll give you his stats in a moment. No balls and 2 strikes. As a check swing, and they're going to say that's enough for strike 3. Check swing by Trenton Keenan. I think that would have been a strike anyway, and Jake Solsing will strike out the first batter he faces here in Trenton Keenan. We're underway for baseball here this afternoon. Now coming up will be Cruiser Burns, who hit a home run in this tournament yesterday, and actually did that against Park River area in their 6-1 loss to the Aggies in the winners bracket game yesterday afternoon. First pitch is up high, 1 ball, no strikes to Cruiser Burns. Jake Solsing has thrown 29 and a third innings this season. He has an ERA of 0.72. 0.72 is earned run average. So the next pitch to Burns is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Solsing, his record on the year, 3 wins, 2 losses. He's struck out 49 batters compared to 12 walks in 29 plus innings pitched. As the next pitch is a swing and a foul ball, it's going to go back out of play. It'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. A decent crowd here for this championship game here on this, well, not really hot, but very nice. We'll call it Friday morning here. So the next pitch, Solsing's going to lose his hat, and he's also going to throw the baseball outside. Gets to the backstop. It doesn't hurt anything with nobody on base. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Count goes even here to Cruiser Burns. Kyler Drug is on deck here in the inning. 2-2 in the pitch is outside, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out of 1 out here for Grafton. Again, the Spoilers need to win this first championship game to push it to a second championship game, which would be following immediately after this. So the next pitch is a swing and a miss by Cruiser Burns on a 3-2 offering from Jake Solsing. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And coming up here will be Kyler Drug, the first baseman. Drug was on the mound yesterday against Park River area and took the loss on the hill, although he really battled in the game for sure. He'll swing on the first pitch. Foul one back, put one into foul territory behind first base. James Larson is going to get over there along the right field line, and he will make the catch of the pop-up for the third out of the inning. And that'll do it for the Spoilers in their half of the first. They ended up getting no runs, no hits, nobody left, and no errors. And at the end of one half of an inning here in this Region 4 High School Baseball Championship game, North Prairie Ag scoreboard, it is Grafton nothing in Park River area. Coming to bat in a moment on KNDK, MyBorderland.com, and the My Borderland app, and also, of course, on the Stable on YouTube.
Building or remodeling? See Walhalla Building Center from Dakota Windows, Edco Steel Siding, Malarkey Shingles, Aristocraft Cabinets, Valspar Paint, and everything else you'll need to complete your project. Good luck, Cardinals, from the Walhalla Building Center.
Go Langdon from the T.R. Wayne Insurance Agency. For farm, home, crop, business, life, and auto insurance, see the locally owned and operated T.R. Wayne Insurance Agency in Langdon or call 256-2166.
Bring the whole family to Sporty's Bar and Grill for lunch or supper, featuring appetizers, burgers, pizza, wings, sandwiches, and a variety of salads. See Sporty's Facebook page for menu and specials. Sporty's Bar and Grill, downtown Langdon.
Farmers Grain of Hoople provides area producers with competitive pricing on chemicals and fertilizer. They also offer custom application. Call the agronomy office at 894-6117 or the elevator at 894-6116 for Hoople Farmers Grain Company. Proud to bring you this portion of the game on KNDK. Witzel Construction does dirt work for various projects, including basements, demolition, loading, hauling, water and sewer lines, septic tank installation, and will also do drain tile and drain field projects. Witzel Construction, Langdon.
All right, getting ready to go to the bottom of the first inning. Again, it is a glorious morning here in Park River. We hope you're having a good time wherever you're listening to us at or watching and listening here today. Jake Cooland is you here for this Region 4 High School Baseball Tournament. North Prairie Ag scoreboard, some of the other teams that are in the state high school baseball tournament, along with the winner of this championship today. Region 1, as we mentioned yesterday, Northern Cass won that tournament. They'll be heading to state next week. Region 2 championship game is going on at 1 o'clock today. Hillsborough Central Valley is taking on number 1 Thompson. Hillsborough Central Valley is the undefeated team there. They're playing that back in Mayville today after they had to move that Region 2 tournament to Castleton yesterday. They're back in Mayville today at 1 o'clock for Thompson and Hillsborough Central Valley. Lamore Litchfield Marion won in Region 3. They'll be heading to state next week. Region 5 champion winning yesterday was rugby. The Region 6 games are going on today. Garrison is the top seed in that tournament. They are the undefeated team going on today. Velva and Minot Ryan are still alive. Region 7 tournament is going on today with the championship. Renville County into Lax Burlington. That's at 3 o'clock today. And finally, Region 8. Hart River is the unbeaten team there. That tournament going on in Dickinson. Is the first pitch here from Jack Green is going to be missing here to James Larson as we begin the bottom of the first inning. In a scoreless contest here in the Region 4 championship. Next pitch is a swing and a foul up the third baseline. It'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. James Larson, the second baseman, followed by Jake Solsing, the pitcher, and Tucker Rondell, the shortstop here for the Aggies in the bottom of the first. Next pitch is going to be inside, and that'll go for ball 2. Rest of the order here for Park River area today. Kieran Sullivan, the DH, is batting cleanup. Jameson Erevick is the first baseman batting 5th. Trace Anderson, the catcher, bats 6th. 2 balls and 1 strike to count of the pitch, and it's going to be in there at the letters for strike 2. Haven't introduced the umpires here yet today. Mike Hansen from Grafton calls the balls and strikes to this one. Tyler Stockton is the first base umpire, and Mitch Jorgensen is umpired at third as the next pitch. It's going to be outside and low, and a breaking ball thrown there by Jack Green. It'll be 3 balls and 2 strikes to Larson. Bottom of the order for the Aggies today. Noah Troffgruber in the left fielder bats 7th. Isaac Porter, the third baseman, 8th. Aiden Ross, the center fielder, bats 9th. There's the next pitch, and it's in there for called strike 3. Get a letter high fastball once again. And it's going to be a strikeout here for Jack Green, striking out James Larson for the first out of the inning. So Jack Green, 1-3 his record on the season. Did pitch through a couple of pitches yesterday for Grafton in their contest with Park River. As the first pitch here is a nice curveball across to Jake Solsing for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike to count. Again, no score in the game here so far. Jack Green an earned run average of 5.36 coming into the tournament. Next pitch is going to be outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Again, these 2 teams left. We had 4 teams to start. Lady Butic was eliminated yesterday to lose her out game, and Midway Mitchell was eliminated in this tourney last night. Leaving us Grafton and Park River area today as the next pitch is up high to Jake Solsing, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 it goes here in the pitch. Is a swing and Solsing will foul it straight back over the grandstand over us here and foul back it out of play to make it 2-2. Defensively for Grafton here in this one, Cruiser Burns is the catcher. At third base is Kyan Burns. The shortstop, Brody Lillimoa. At second, Ty Story. And at first is Kyler Drew. So the next pitch will just miss inside of the pitch from Green to Solsing. Running the count full here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield for Grafton, Wes Johnson in left. Trenton Keaton in center field, and Soren Olsen is in right. Next pitch, a swing. Ball hit right back up the middle. Go through, past the mound, up to center field for a base hit. So Jake Solsing will get a single. He is on with 1 out here in the first inning. And coming up now is going to be Tucker Romdahl. Romdahl got the win on the mound for the Aggies yesterday, and they're again 6-1 winners bracket victory in the tournament yesterday. As he comes to the plate now, he's playing shortstop here this morning. Solsing the lead off at first, held on by Drug in the pitch. Is going to be at the letters for strike 1. No balls, but strike to count on. I thought maybe that was a little high, asking the umpire about that. But Mike Kansas says, nope, that's a strike. 0-1 the count. And from the stretch, the 0-1, runner goes. Pitches inside. There's a throwdown from Cruiser Burns. Won't be in time. Be a stolen base for Jake Solsing. He'll be on at second base. And the count 1-1 now to Tucker Romdahl. Kieran Sullivan, the DH, is on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And the crowd again getting into this one here. 1 ball, 1 strike. We actually had a fan get kicked out of here yesterday. Hopefully nobody getting too much into the games here today. 1 ball, 1 strike. It was an embarrassing moment, more than anything for the person that got kicked out. As the next pitch is going to be inside, it's going to hit Tucker Romdahl on the left shoulder. He's hit by the pitch, and the pitch from Jack Green, and it's going to be runners at first and second now. And coming up will be Kieran Sullivan. Sullivan's had a nice tournament as he had a big day yesterday at the plate here. He had 2 singles and a double against Grafton in the winners bracket yesterday. And an RBI, a run scored, 3 hits in the game, not bad at all. Sullivan now DHing here today. His first pitch to him is going to be outside and low. He's DHing with the right fielder Jackson Ondahl is Kieran Sullivan. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. He's ahead in the count 1-0. And again, runners at first and second. 1 out here in the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is going to be in there for strike 2. Mentioned some baseball scores. North Prairie scoreboard from the Region 2 Girls Softball Tournament yesterday. It is Mayport CG and Carrington. They're going to be representing Region 2 in our area at the State Softball Tournament, which will also be Thursday in Fargo. Here's a steal down to third and out at third base. Double steal attempted, and Jake Solsing will be thrown out by Cruiser Burns. So the Aggies gamble a little bit there, trying the double steal, and Jake Solsing is thrown out at third base. Nice throw by Burns. Safe at second base is going to be Tucker Romdahl, and it's going to be a runner at second now with 2 outs in the inning. 2 balls and 1 strike. It goes here to Kieran Sullivan. And Jack Green will try a pickoff move over to second. So he throws to Ty Story, but Romdahl will be back in time. Thompson, the top seed in that Region 2 softball tournament, beaten out in 2 games yesterday. They lost to Mayport CG in a winner's bracket game, then lost to Carrington in a state qualifier. So Mayport and Carrington again are going to stay out of Region 2. 2-1 pitch outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 it goes here to Kieran Sullivan. Jamie Arovic is on deck here for the Aggies in the first inning. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. As Green's trying to come back here a little bit. 3-1 it goes. And the 3-1 pitch, a swing and a bouncer down to first. Drug has got that on about 3 hops. He'll step on first, and that'll do it for the Aggies in their half of the first inning. They threatened to get no runs on 1 hit, 1 left, and no errors. The end of 1 complete now here in this Region 4 High School Baseball Championship game for Park River and North Star Co-op Field. On the North Prairie scoreboard, it's Grafton nothing, Park River area nothing, and we will go to the top of the second inning. Coming up here in just a moment on KNDK, MyBorderland.com, the MyBorderland app, and the stable.
Witzel Construction does dirt work for various projects, including basements, demolition, loading, hauling, water and sewer lines, septic tank installation, and will also do drain tile and drain field projects. Witzel Construction, Langdon.
North Prairie Ag's goal is to help you put in and maintain the best crop possible. Remember them for seed, chemical, and fertilizer, along with agronomy services. North Prairie Ag, your genuine farmer-owned cooperative with locations in Osnabrück, Tacoma, Edmore, Hampton, Starkweather, and Langdon.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call.
See Mostad Insurance Services of Langdon.
Langdon Implement, Royal Implement, and Cavalier Equipment, your John Deere dealers, are ready to help for the 2025 crop year. All three stores are now open at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday for your parts, sales, service, and AMS needs. During deer season, get your best price of the year on lawn and garden equipment now on the lot. Take advantage of early season savings for your combines with their Go with the Green Service special. See Langdon Implement, Royal Implement, and Cavalier Equipment. And ask their parts departments about online John Deere parts discounts. Okay, we go to the top of the second inning, and as Kyan Burns is going to lead things off, take a pitch down low here from Jake Solsing. 1-0 pitch swung on by Burns, lifted out into right field, and shallow coming on is Soren Olsen, and I should say Soren Olsen, it's Jackson Ondal, of course, to the Aggies out in right field, and he will make the catch for the first out of the inning. Shallow fly ball, a little trouble there, looked like possible for a while, but Ondal comes in, makes the catch, and Kyan Burns is retired for the first out of the inning. Soren Olsen now will come to the plate, the right fielder. As Jake Solsing ready, and the pitch swung on and fouled to the backstop. Of course, strike one. Boy, did Soren Olsen have a day yesterday in that loser-out game with Midway Minto last night. Spoilers won at 16-5. 4 for 4 at the plate with Soren Olsen, with 6 runs batted in. Had a dream day to Soren Olsen as the first pitch is going to be down low and inside for ball one. He's awarded to be moving up. He's moved up to 5th in the order today as Soren Olsen. He kind of switched spots here with Ty Story, who's on deck. Nobody on him, one out here in the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Solsing ready, and the 1-1. A swing and a fly ball to left, fairly deep, and that is going to be over the head of Noah Trapgruber. No, it does fall in. Yes, it does. Soren Olsen's going to slide in safely into second. Head first slide of the double. How about that? Soren Olsen keeps the hit stick rolling here for the Spoilers, and he stays hot with the double to left. Noah Trapgruber nearly caught that over the shoulder catch. Couldn't quite get there. And it's going to be a runner at second. The first hit of the game for the Spoilers is they have a runner at second base with 1 out now for Ty Story. Second baseman will come to the plate. Again, he's dropped to 6th in the batting order today. Solsing now will check back to second. He'll come to the plate, and the pitch is a pitch at the knees, taken for strike one. No balls and 1 strike to count. So when it goes here, state track meet, of course, is in day 2, going on in Bismarck today, the Community Bowl. Nice day for that, as the 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes. We know there's some area athletes that are doing some good things there, qualifying for some events and placing in others. No balls and 2 strikes. As the 0-2 is going to be down low, it's going to go for a ball. It's trying to get over to third, as the ball is going to be low, and getting to third base on a wild pitch will be Olsen. Now a throw down to get him at third, gets away, and he's going to score. Soren Olsen will give the Spoilers the first lead of the game, as he will move to third on a wild pitch, then score in that throwing error by the catcher, Trace Anderson. As that was a little low and a little wide of third base. Porter trying to get his glove on it over there for the Yankees, couldn't do it. So the Spoilers lead 1-0 as a 1-2 pitch now to Ty Story is swung out and fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Grafton has the first lead of the game here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It goes to Ty Story. Nobody on now. 1 out here in this top of the second inning. 1-2 pitch. And it's going to be inside and low, and it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. So count even here, 2-2. Brody Lillimoe is on deck here for the Spoilers in the second. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it is going to be inside for ball 3. A little bit of a breeze today, kind of blowing out towards the right field corners. Look at the flags on the scoreboard there. Also, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Not a big one, though, at all today, but a little bit of a breeze for sure. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a bouncer by Story. Ooh, what a snag at the mound of that baseball by Jake Solsing. Jake losing his hat again. He's got to get a stapler out there for that cap or something, I think, because he makes a great play, though. Great reaction on that ball hit up the middle by Story. Throws over to first for the second out. So 2 outs here in the second inning, and coming up is Brody Lillimoe, and nobody on base for Grafton, but again, the Spoilers do have a 1-0 lead. Brody Lillimoe, who pitched back for Grafton back on Monday, and that crazy win by the Spoilers, 13-12 over Langdon Munich, comes to the plate now. He's had a nice tournament at the At the plate for sure. The dish is the first pitch is going to begin to him for strike one. Breaking ball across by Solsing. No balls and one strike. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's no balls and 2 strikes to count. 0-2 it goes to Lillimoen as Solsing trying to get out of this second inning. No balls and 2 strikes. The left-hander winds, pitches. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 3 strikeouts it is for Jake Solsing as down go the Spoilers in their half of the second. But they do get a run on 1 hit. Nobody left, and there was 1 Aggies error. At the end now of 1.5. North Prairie Ag scoreboard. Region 4 High School Baseball Championship. It is now Grafton 1 and Park River area nothing.
Whether it's a leaky faucet or a plugged sewer, minor renovations to major overhauls, new construction, commercial construction, we do it all. Give us a call.
Clements Road, plumbing, heating, and air.
Protect your farming investment with Bachman Goodman Ag Services, an independent crop hail agency that is also now offering property and casualty insurance. For great service, timely claims management, and a trusted advisor, call Darren, Greg, or Cassandra at 256-2691.
Turn your dreams into reality with the team at Langdon Building Center. Have a remodel project? How about a new deck, siding, or windows? LBC is an authorized Minn Kota windows dealer. Call 256-5191. Langdon Building Center, the center of your building needs.
Columbia Grain delivers quality grain while specializing in corn, soybeans, spring wheat, and canola. Columbia Grain takes pride in being a diversified agriculture company dedicated to serving the producers in local communities. See Columbia Grain in Crystal.
Whether you're at home or miles away, FM Bank's mobile app gives you the power to safely and simply manage your finances from the palm of your hand. Download the app at fmbanklangdon.com. Hometown banking with your neighbors and friends. Member FDIC.
All right, we're rolling right through this Region 4 championship game and a beautiful day. Grafton has the first lead of the game. They scored a run here at the top of the second. Lead 1-0 as we go down to the bottom of 2. Jamie Ervik will come to the plate. Jamison Ervik is the first baseman. Takes the first pitch outside and low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Trace Anderson and Noah Troftgruben to follow here in the inning. Jack Green beginning his second inning of work. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Of the pitch is going to be just missing inside. 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 the count it is here. Again, 1-0 Grafton. Game scheduled for 7 or in the bottom of 2. Next pitch a big cut by Ervik. It is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. This is 2-1 it goes here again. This is the 4th meeting this season between these two teams. As the next pitch is going to be right there for strike 2. So Jack Green coming up now is even in the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jack just a freshman out there pitching for the Spoilers today. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It is here to Ervik, and the next pitch, a breaking ball. Oh, just misses inside. And that is going to make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. So tough pitch for Jameson Ervik to take there, but he did. And he stays in the count here 3-2. He's playing first base as Ervik today. Here's the next pitch inside for ball 4. And that is going to be a walk issue to Jamison Ervik, and it's going to be a leadoff man on for Park River area. Coming up now is going to be Trace Anderson, the catcher. So Trace Anderson will stand in here with a runner at first and nobody out here in the second inning. As now it's going to be, well, Ervik is, I don't know if he, looks like he got a shoe untied or something. He's got to call timeout to get that back together. I think that's what he's doing there, right? So he's got some of his equipment to try to take care of there. Something came apart. I mean, timeout has been called here. It gives us a chance to thank all of our great sponsors here for coverage of this Region 4 High School Baseball Tournament. And you've all been fantastic. Thanks for supporting our broadcast here in this tourney. And if you hear some of the sponsors out there and you know them, make sure you thank them in person. Thank them for getting baseball coverage on our airwaves on KNDK, MyBorderland.com, the MyBorderland app, and on the stable. It's going on. Jamie Ervik is still, I don't know if he's got some tape around that ankle, maybe or something that he's trying to get off. And again, his shoestrings may be coming apart. Maybe he needs a pinch runner. How about that? You can re-enter him, right? So as they're continuing to check him out over at the first base bag. And again, how fun is that, trying to make sure if you got a broken shoelace to tie it in front of about 500 people? I don't know if it's 500 people today, but it's a couple hundred at least for sure. The pressure is on James Zedervik to get that done. All right, I think we've got it. As he gets a nice little Bronx cheer from the crowd, too, it is James Zedervik here as he now stands at first base. All right, we're back to live action here now as ready to come on and standing in here will be Trace Anderson to face Jack Green. And this is probably the most drama we've had in the game so far, that untied shoe. As the first pitch to Anderson is inside, he's going to be hit. Looks like on a wrist maybe or his forearm. He's hit by the pitch and a breaking ball thrown by Jack Green. And his runners on at first and second. That's the second batter hit by Jack Green here today. Now coming up is going to be Noah Troffgruben, the left fielder. Noah's had a nice hitting tournament as well. You're coming in. Yes, we do have a courtesy runner coming on now for Trace Anderson. Torrin Bennett is running over at first base. So runners on at first and second. I guess we got stoppages to play. Not a big deal today because it's so beautiful outside. We could stay here all day and all night if we have to, right? First pitch is going to be inside. That's going to hit Noah Troffgruben. So back-to-back batters hit, and the bases are loaded. Just like that. So a walk and two hit batsmen. Bases are juiced here for Isaac Porter for the Aggies. So Parker Bavaria, a golden opportunity here to come back from this 1-0 deficit here in the bottom of the second inning. Nobody out. As Porter will come to the plate. As we're going to have a talk with his pitcher. There was Cruiser Burns, the Grafton catcher. They get talked up there. So runners at first and second. And at third as well. Bases loaded. Here for the Aggies. Ready to go is Jack Green on the mound of the pitch. It's going to be just missing a little high for ball one. Again, James Zedervik over at third base. Torrin Bennett at second, and Noah Troffgruben is at first. 1-0 in the pitch. Inside, that almost hit Isaac Porter. But to get out of the way of it, he bends back and has 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count here to the third baseman here for the Aggies. He's probably waiting to get a strike thrown to him, and then maybe some strategy be put in by Parker Bavaria. 2 balls and no strikes. And Green will not deliver a strike, though. The 2-0 is high. It's 3 balls and no strikes. A walk would bring in a run here in the bottom of the second. 3 balls and no strikes the count to Isaac Porter. This timeout was called there for a moment. On deck is Aiden Ross, the center fielder here for the Aggies. So 3-0 the count. And the pitch outside for ball 4. Second walk of the inning here for Jack Green, and that's going to bring in a run as the Aggies will tie the game at 1. That last pitch also is going to bring Jamie Villarreal out of the dugout, the head coach here of Grafton, who might be making a pitching change here. Just a tough start there, is nearly having a strikeout to open the inning. Here was Jack Green, but again, ended up walking a batter to start the inning. Then he hit 2, and he's walked another one. His last 4 pitches there thrown to Isaac Porter were well out of the strike zone, so we'll see what Coach Villarreal wants to do before we get a break, see if there's going to be a pitching change here. Again, Grafton needs to win this game to force a second championship game of this tournament today. Parker Bavaria wins, and they'll head back to the state tournament for the first time in 6 years, since 2019. They're going to stay with Jack Green, it looks like. They're staying on the mound. And this deep in the tournament pitching, I don't know if Grafton, just does not have many options left to pitch here in this tournament. So Green is going to stay on, and he's going to deliver to Aiden Ross. Maybe Coach Villarreal saw something was his delivery while he was, that's why he was missing the strike zone. We'll see. Base is still loaded here for the Aggies. Tied at 1 now as a score. So the first pitch is going to be outside. They'll appeal down to first on a check swing. And they'll say no swing there for Aiden Ross. So 1 ball, no strikes to count. Ross, the number 9 hitter here for the Aggies. 1 ball, no strikes. As Sam Green will look in to his catcher, Cruiser Burns. And now he's going to try to throw over to second. And back in time there is going to be Noah Troffgruben, who's now at second base. Torrin Bennett is at third. Troffgruben at second. And again, now Aiden Ross Isaac Porter's at first, with Ross to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes to count. So 1-0 it goes here, in the pitch is going to be outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 the count, as it's going to be another situation here. A walk will bring in another run. Sam Green trying to find the plate. 2 balls to no strikes. Just 1 hit in the game here so far for the Aggies. But again, they have the bases loaded. 2-0. And the pitch is going to be on the inside corner. The breaking ball for strike 1. So there, Jack Green will get one across, and it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. So Green ready here once again. Gets the sign from Burns. Checks the runner's pitch. Swing by Ross at a drive. Hit out to left field and deep, but out there and unable to get it. Ball goes over the head of Wes Johnson. Coming in to score will be Torrin Beneda. Right behind him is Noah Trough-Grubin, and right behind him is Isaac Porter. It's a triple. A bases clearing triple for Aiden Rost. And the Aggies will take a 4-1 lead here at the bottom of the second. And Wes Johnson, I thought he might have a chance to get that out in left field. As that just went over his glove by an inch or two. Ended up going all the way to the fence. So another triple here in this tournament. It's been just triple central here for all the teams involved here in this Region 4 tourney. There's another one to add to the collection. Again, 3-run score on that 3-run triple by Aiden Ross. And now it's James Larson at the plate. He'll take a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. So all those hit batsmen and walks come back to hurt Grafton here in the second. 4-1 Aggies. Next pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count to James Larson, who struck out against Jack Green back to the first inning. Still nobody out in the inning. 0-2 pitch swung on by Larson. Hit out, down, up the middle. Little Moen's got it, but it's thrown to first and on be in time. It's going to be an RBI infield hit for James Larson. Coming in to score will be Aiden Rost. And it's an RBI there for Larson. 5-1 now. The Aggies out in front here at the bottom of the second. Jake Solsing now the pitcher to come up. A chance to help himself out. He's 1 for 1. As a throw over to first, will chase back Larson back to the bag. Jake Solsing is single back in the first inning. So again, 5 runs have scored now here at the bottom of the second for the Aggies. They lead 5-1. Here's the first pitch to Solsing. It's inside and high. It'll be 1 ball and no strikes. I want to know the count. You're listening to this Region 4 High School Baseball Tournament here on KNDK AM and FM. Langdon Valhalla Cavalier and MyBorderland.com, my Borderland app, and the stable. Park River YouTube channel. Jake Cooland with you here in Park River on this beautiful Friday morning. Next pitch is outside to Solsing. So it's 2-0 in the pitch. 2-0 offering is going to be outside for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes to count to Jake Solsing. Tucker Omdahl on deck here in the second. 3-0 the count of the pitch is going to be in there for strike 1. Solsing will take all the way. And Jake will be in the count now. 3 balls and 1 strike. So 3-1 it is. Here is Green ready, and the pitch swung on by Solsing, lifted out into center, and that's going to be caught by Trenton Keena for out number 1. We can finally say the first out of the inning has been recorded, as Solsing will fly out to center for the first out. Tucker Omdahl now coming up. Tucker is hit by a pitch back in the first inning as he comes to the plate without an official at-bat. He has 1 plate and 1 appearance here so far today. 1 plate appearance. Here's the first pitch to Solsing. It's going to be in there for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike to count. Oh, what it goes here. 45 pitches now thrown by Jack Green so far here today. No balls to the strike, and they throw over to second. They've got in a rundown James Larson, and he is going to be caught as he got too big of a jump there, and Green threw over to first. And caught stealing is going to be James Larson for the second out of the inning. Second base runner caught stealing today here for the Aggies. As they've been, they do like to make things happen on the bases, that's for sure. But they have 2 runners that have been caught stealing so far now today. First pitch to Tucker Omdahl is going to miss for ball 1. 1 ball, or I should say next pitch is 1 of 1 the count. There we go. Next pitch is swung on, hit down to second. Nicely picked on 1 hop by Ty Story. And it'll throw over to first in time for the out. Well, the Aggies are out in their half of the second, but not before they pick up 5 runs on 2 hits. One of them a 3-run triple by Aiden Rost. There is nobody left on base. And there were no Grafton errors. The end out 2 complete on the North Prairie Ag scoreboard. Again, from the Region 4 High School Baseball Championship game, it is now Park River Area 5 and Grafton 1. Top of 3 next on KNDK, MyBorderland.com, My Borderland app, and the stable.
Good luck to all area teams from Forest Flying Service. See them for aerial and ground chemical application. Call Kevin, Dave, Kenny, or Chad at 256-5108. For crop care by air at its best, it's Forest Flying Service saying go Cardinals all season long.
The Friend Seed Solutions of Langdon is ready to help you get that crop in the ground with several options and varieties of top quality seed. Call Austin at 256-2374. Wishing the Cards and all area teams best of luck this tournament season. LaFrance Seed Solutions, Highway 1, Langdon.
Farmers Union Oil is your locally owned co-op, meaning the money you spend stays in your community. Customers are paid dividends, and that money stays at home. Call for current fuel and propane prices. Farmers Union Oil, Langdon, Calvin, Lawton, Lankin, and Edinburgh, your locally owned cooperative.
The Langdon Eagles Club says go Cardinals. Wednesday is chicken night. Fridays are burger nights. Order for the field 256-3300. Blackjack gaming and the pig wheel every Friday and Saturday night. Progressive bingo Monday and Tuesdays at 7:30. The Langdon Eagles Club.
All right, opening up the top of the third inning. Jorgen Olsen at the plate here for Grafton. Takes the first pitch in for a strike. Next pitch is going to be missing for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 8-9-1 hitters here for the Spoilers in the third as they trail now 5-1. 1-1 pitch swung on, hit down the hole between third and short. It'll go through for a base hit. These Olsen kids just keep hitting today. Jorgen Olsen has a single now for Grafton. Jorgen Olsen had a single back here, double back to the first. So the 2 hits have come from the Olsens here for the Spoilers. And the leadoff man is on now for Wes Johnson, the left fielder here for Grafton. Getting his first chance to come to the plate here this morning. Get an early start here for this Region 4 tournament due to graduation weekend and Memorial Day weekend, everything else going on. That's why we started at 11. A lot of grad parties are later today for graduates from Grafton, Park River, Floydville, Lankin, and Valley Edinburgh. 1 ball, no strikes. As a throw over to first, and Jorgen Olsen he was leaning a little bit towards second, but he will dive back to the first base bag safely. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Wes Johnson ahead in the count here. Top of the order is on deck for the Spoilers. They trail here 5-1. 1-0 the pitch is outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Jake Solsing again delivering here for the Aggies today. Left-handed thrower. He throws left, bats right here for these Aggies. 2 balls and no strikes in the pitch. Swing and a miss. It is 2 balls and 1 strike to count. And so 2-1 it goes here to Wes Johnson. Jorgen Olsen again over at first, taking a lead there, very short lead. Next pitch to Johnson, popped up in the infield. Calling for it is going to be Tucker Romdahl. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 out, 1 on now here for the Spoilers, and the top of the order will come up is Trenton Keena.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Trenton Keena.
Jorgen Olsen again still at first base. Trenton Keena now to come on. And it is... again, 1 out here in the inning. His first pitch is going to be down low for a ball. John Kimstead, the athletic director in Grafton, just delivered the all-region and team trophies, that kind of stuff. And we'll announce the all-region 4 high school baseball team in our post-game show here today. So make sure you stay tuned for that. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch is in for strike 1. Again, all-region 4 team and Region 4 Senior Athlete of the Year, Region 4 Coach of the Year. We'll announce all those awards in our post-game show after the completion of this tournament today. So the next pitch is going to miss here to Trenton Keena. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cruiser Burns is on deck. A throw over to first, actually, will happen before anything else, and Jorgen Olsen will dive back to the first base bag safely. So 2 balls and 1 strike to count. And the pitch is outside and low by Solsing. It'll get to the backstop. It's going to be a wild pitch to move Jorgen Olsen over to second base. So a runner in scoring position now here for Grafton. You see come up here with, again, 3 balls and a strike now to Trenton Keena. On deck is Cruiser Burns in the inning. So 3-1 the count. And the pitch is a swing and a foul ball. It's going to be 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 the count here. Again, Grafton trying to move this to a second championship game, but they got to get moving on here. They are down 5-1. 3 seniors trying to keep their seasons going here. Cruiser Burns, Hunter Johnson, or actually 4 seniors. Cruiser Burns, Hunter Johnson, Kyler Drug, and Kyan Burns. Next pitch to Keena, swung on, popped up in the shallow left center. A dive and a catch out in center field. What a play by Aiden Rost. Rost will make the catch in left center field. And Jorgen Olsen will stay at second base. So a diving catch, robbing Kina of a blue hit to left center. And that's going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up now with 2 outs. Hit a runner at second base. Here will be Cruiser Burns. Burns, the catcher, he's 0 for 1 today. He struck out and did that back in the first inning. So here's the first pitch, and it's going to be low and inside. It bounces off the plate, but not far enough for Jorgen Olsen to try to advance. He'll get back to second. 1 ball, no strikes. The count, it goes here to Cruiser Burns. So 1-0 it goes here. Again, a runner at second and 2 outs. So 1-0 it goes, and the pitch. Swing and a foul back it out of play. Going to make it 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, we have rained out in this tournament 2 days. That's why we're playing this championship on a Friday. Rained out Tuesday, rained out Wednesday. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And the pitch is outside and low. It's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. The count works here to Cruiser Burns. Kyler Drug is on deck. So 2-1 the count. 2-1 pitch is a swing and a ball hit in the air to right center. Drifted over is Ross. He'll make the catch in right center field for out number 3. So Cruiser Burns gives a little bit of a ride there to right center. Ross is there to make the catch, and Grafton is done in their half of the 3rd inning. They get no runs on 1 hit. They get a leadoff hit, but no runs, 1 left, and no errors. The end of 2.5 now. North Prairie Ag scoreboard. Again, here we are from the championship game of the Region 4 High School Baseball Tournament here in Park River on the North Prairie Ag scoreboard. It is Park River Area 5 and Grafton 1.
Farmers Union Oil is your locally owned co-op, meaning the money you spend stays in your community. Customers are paid dividends, and that money stays at home. Call for current fuel and propane prices. Farmers Union Oil, Langdon, Calvin, Lawton, Lankin, and Edinburgh, your locally owned cooperative.
The Langdon Eagles Club says, go Cardinals. Wednesday is chicken night. Fridays are burger nights. Order for the field, 256-3300. Blackjack gaming and the big wheel every Friday and Saturday night. Progressive bingo Monday and Tuesdays at 7:30. The Langdon Eagles Club.
This portion of the game is brought to you by Clyde Farm Service and Supply. See them for Westfield and Meridian Augers and Bear Track Utility Trailers. Clyde Farm Service and Supply wishes best luck to all area teams.
Christie Motors is a premier Ford dealership that is committed to customer service. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, see Christie Motors, your local Ford dealer in Langdon.
Our customers are our neighbors, farmers, small business owners, and we stand by them in good times and challenging times. With Choice Bank, you'll feel like we put you first, because we always have. Join our family at bankwithchoice.com. Choice Bank, member FDIC.
Working from home is made easier with help from United and Turtle Mountain Communications. Let their high-speed internet give you one less thing to worry about, with strong connections that keep you connected for all of your online work. Visit UTMA.com. United and Turtle Mountain Communications, yesterday, today, tomorrow.
When it comes to keeping your tractor moving and your farm running smoothly, trust Jay with Du Bois Oil. With reliable diesel, gas, and mobile oil delivery, they've been fueling our community for over 60 years. Want speedy farm delivery? Du Bois Oil is your solution. Contact Jay at 370-1775.
Right, friends, we're back here in Park River. New pitcher has come on for Grafton at this Region 4 championship game. And he is Chase Winterovich, who's come on, and I think he's going to be in the spot here of Jack Green, who's being DH for us, so no real changes. Green comes out of the game. And Chase Winterovich is in for the Spoilers. Chase Winterovich on the season, 1 win, no losses on the year. Let's see, he has an ERA of 3.42, and he struck out 19 batters on the season. That's in 14 and a third innings pitched. So here we go. Chase Winterovich, a left-hander, throwing here for Grafton, and the first pitch is inside and plunks Kieran Sullivan right in the left rib cage. He's going to hit down to first, and that's the first batter hit by Chase Winterovich. That's the 4th batter hit by Grafton pitching today. The Yankees players are going to need some Absorbine Jr. after the game or something, right? Do they even make that anymore? Coming to the plate is going to be Jamison Ervik. I don't know if they do make that anymore. You remember that stuff, right? And Jamison Ervik now coming in, and the first pitch is going to be down low for ball 1. Something you can Google, I guess, if they still make Absorbine Jr. Who knows? 1 ball, no strikes to count. Terrific in the pitch as a swing, and Jamie will swing one out to center. Coming on is Keenan to make the catch. Not an easy catch for Trenton Keenan out in center field. He kind of catch that almost at his waist, at his belt, as it was sinking fast, but he did make the catch for the first out of the inning. So again, Chase Winterovich retired his first batter, so one on, a runner out at first here, the one out, and Trace Anderson, the catcher, will come to the plate. As Kieran Sullivan will take a lead off first. Here's the first pitch and a swing and a bouncer down to third. Kyan Burns has that. They'll go to second to get one out. Throw to first will not be in time. But the lead runner is retired. Trace Anderson will get on at first base with a fielder's choice. Out 5-4 at the second base bank will be Kieran Sullivan. It'll be 2 outs, 1 on now for Noah Troftgruben. Troftgruben hit by a pitch and scored back in the second inning. As off first here will be Trace Anderson. Let's see if they got a Curtis here on it for him again. They might have. I might have missed that. First pitch, though, is going to be a strike here to Noah Troftgruben. No balls and 1 strike to count. Chase Winterovich making his first appearance on the mound here in this tournament. Looking good here so far. No balls and 1 strike after he hit his first batter, I guess. 0-1 pitch is down low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to go over to second, and getting there is going to be the base runner. As the throw is high, throw is actually kind of low there. It'll be a wild pitch to put a runner in scoring position. So it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike to count here to Noah Troftgruben. Was hit by a pitch and scored back in the second. And so 1 ball, 1 strike it goes here. As Winterovich ready, looks to second, and the pitch is high, and it's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 the count. It goes here to Noah Troftgruben. 2 outs in the inning. Grafton trying to hold things down as they want to keep it right now. The score is 5-1 Park River area. 2-1 pitch, swing, and a ball foul back in on a play. Swing by Troftgruben, and I'll go around on top of the grandstand and give everybody a little wake-up call. It's sitting out there. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Minnesota Twins are playing tonight. Twins were off yesterday in Major League Baseball, but they'll host the Kansas City Royals this weekend. Then on Memorial Day Monday, they travel to Tampa Bay to play the Rays. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the pitch. Swing and a miss by Troftgruben for strike 3. Off speeder, fools Troftgruben, and the first strikeout it is for Chase Winterovich. That'll do it for the Aggies in their half of the 3rd inning. They end up getting no runs and no hits, 1 left and no errors. The end now of 3 complete on the North Prairie Ag scoreboard. Our score again here at the Region 4 High School Baseball Championship in Park River is Park River Area 5 and Grafton 1. We will go to the top of the 4th in a moment here on KNDK, MyBorderland.com, the My Borderland app.
Spraying season is here, and Ryan and Rick at Howard Air are ready to go, offering you dependable ground and aerial spraying. Book your acres today by calling Ryan or Rick at 370-9710. Proudly serving Cavalier County and beyond. It's Howard Air.
At Egg Country Farm Credit Services, we know that it takes preparation, hard work, and a full team effort to achieve success. So no matter what field you're competing on, we salute all our local athletes. Egg Country Farm Credit Services, experts in every field.
Built from the ground up by a legendary farmer, Simplot has delivered farming innovation for over 75 years. American-based and family-run to this day, Simplot Grower Solutions is grounded in field-proven products and insights. And good luck to all area teams.
Building or remodeling? See Walhalla Building Center from Dakota Windows, Edco Steel Siding, Malarkey Shingles, Aristocraft Cabinets, Valspar Paint, and everything else you'll need to complete your project. Good luck, Cardinals, from the Walhalla Building Center.
All right, folks, here we go. Ready to go for the top of the 4th inning. And it is a 5-1 lead here for Park River area over Grafton. In this Region 4 championship, 1-0 pitch is coming to Kyler Drew. He'll swing and lift one out into right field. And actually very shallow right. James Larson has made a number of great defensive plays on these pop-ups into the outfield. Makes another nice catch there. The ball hit by Droog. And it's going to be 1 out here in the inning. So James Larson will retire Droog. 1 away here in the Spoilers 4th inning. And again, 5-1 the Aggies leading. Kyan Burns now at the plate. He's 0-for-1. He flew out to right. Back in the 2nd inning. He's 0-for-1. Kyan Burns got the win on the mound last night for Grafton in their 5-inning, 10-run rule win over Midway Mitchell in a loser-out game last evening. 1-0 pitch, a swing, and a foul ball. Out of play, that's going to go. And it'll bring it to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kyan Burns, one of the seniors here on this Spoilers team, trying to push it to his second championship game today. Next pitch is going to be outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 the counts. With the on base of 1 out here in the 4th inning. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch is low, and it's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike the counts. It goes here to Kyan Burns. Grafton looking for base runners here in the 4th inning. 3 hits so far for the Aggies, by the way, 2 for the Spoilers. 3-1 pitch. It's in there for strike 2. Jake Solsing will come back and make it a full count. Payoff situation here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's a line of the 3-2. Swing and a bouncer down to third on 2 hops. Isaac Porter has that. Nice strong throw across the diamond in time for out number 2. And that will retire Kyan Burns. So Jake Solsing now a chance to get through what would be his second perfect inning today. Retired the Spoilers in order in the first. Soren Olsen, though, the hot hitting, the red hot, white hot Soren Olsen coming to the plate. 4 hits yesterday, last night, and a hit earlier here today against the Aggies. First pitch to him here is going to be low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Olsen a double and a run scored. He scored the Spoilers' only run so far today. So 1 ball, no strikes. Is ready to go. Here's Jake Solsing on the hill once again. 5-1, the Aggies leading. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch is going to be outside. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. The count works to 2-0. Here standing in again is Soren Olsen. Ty Story hoping for a chance on deck. 2-0 pitch. It's up high. It'll be 3 balls and no strikes. So 3-0 the count. Again, Spoilers looking down for a 2-out base runner. 3-0 to Olsen. And a pitch is inside and low for ball 4. First walk of the day here for Jake Solsing. It'll be a 2-out base runner indeed here for Grafton. Is heading down to first reaching base once again of this tournament is Soren Olsen. Now coming up will be Ty Story, the second baseman. 54 pitches, by the way, thrown so far by Jake Solsing. As long way go, he can go to up to 120 in a game, so he's got a ways to go here yet. Here's the first pitch, and a swing by Story. Ball hit down to short. Tucker Omdahl's got it. Now he drops it, and now he doesn't have a play. Looks like he had the easy flip over to second, the short way for the out, but it'll be an error to put runners on at first and second. First error against the Aggies today. And the inning continues now with Brody Lillemoen. Lillemoen 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second inning. Brody to come on here with, again, runners at first and second and 2 outs. 5-1 Aggies leading the Spoilers. Grafton again mounting a 2-out rally here as the first pitch is down low off the plate. It'll be 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 the count here to Brody Lillemoen. And against Soren Olsen at second. Ty Story now at first here for the Spoilers. 1 ball, no strikes. And a 1-0 pitch is going to be down low and inside. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. Jake Solsing again starting on the mound here. The left-hander down to the count, though. 2-0 to Lillemoen. 2-0 pitch. Inside of low again. It is 3 balls and no strikes. So 3-0 the count. A walk would load the bases here with 2 outs, and Jorgen Olsen is on deck. So 3-0 the pitch is going to be in there for strike 1. Solsing will get 1 across. 3 balls and 1 strike. The count will work here now. Again, Soren Olsen still at second. Ty Story at first here with 2 outs of the Yankees here in this 4th inning. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. And that is going to bring a count full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a payoff pitch up coming here to Brody Lillemoen. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 runners go. Pitch is inside for ball 4. So after 2 outs here, there's been now 2 walks and an error. The bases are loaded here for Grafton. Soren Olsen goes to third. Story to second. Lillemoen to first. And now Jorgen Olsen will come to the plate. Is ready to go. Here is Solsing. The line of the first pitch to Jorgen Olsen is down low off the plate. Ball got through Trace Anderson for a moment, but not far enough for anybody to advance. And not far enough for Soren Olsen to try to score, so it'll be 1 ball and no strikes. And we're going to have Tom Magnuson, one of the assistant coaches here, come out to visit to the mound here and talk to Jake Solsing. The infield meeting will be coming in as well. I don't think they're going to take Jake out of here. Just try to talk up a few things, and we'll take a quick break. We have a meeting on the mound. North Prairie Ag scoreboard, Region 4 Exco Baseball Championship, Parker Area 5, Grafton 1.
Go Langdon from the T.R. Wayne Insurance Agency. For farm, home, crop, business, life, and auto insurance, see the locally owned and operated T.R. Wayne Insurance Agency in Langdon or call 256-2166.
Right, just a very quick break there and a quick little pep talk for Tom Magnuson to his pitcher, Jake Solsing. Tom, the assistant coach here for the Aggies. Jorgen Olsen to the plate now. 1-0 pitch is going to be on the inside corner for strike one. So 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Bases loaded here for Grafton, down 5-1. Tying run is at the plate here. 1-1 pitch. And that is going to just miss outside, maybe a little high to be 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. It goes here again to Jorgen Olsen. 2-1 pitch, swing, and a drive hit out to shallow left center. It's going to hang, and drifting over is Aiden Ross, and he'll make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So Grafton will threaten, but get no runs. They'll leave the bases loaded in their half of the 4th. No runs and no hits. Again, 3 left and 1 Parker area error. At the end of, say that 3 times fast. At the end of 2.5 of the North Prairie Ag scoreboard, it is Parker Area 5, Grafton 1 of the Region 4 Championship. Bottom of the 4th coming up in just a moment.
Bring the whole family to Sporty's Bar and Grill for lunch or supper, featuring appetizers, burgers, pizza, wings, sandwiches, and a variety of salads. See Sporty's Facebook page for menu and specials. Sporty's Bar and Grill, downtown Langdon.
Farmers Grain of Hoople provides area producers with competitive pricing on chemicals and fertilizer. They also offer custom application. Call the agronomy office at 894-6117 or the elevator at 894-6116 for Hoople Farmers Grain Company. Proud to bring you this portion of the game on KNDK. Witzel Construction does dirt work for various projects, including basements, demolition, loading, hauling, water and sewer lines, septic tank installation, and will also do drain tile and drain field projects. Witzel Construction, Langdon.
North Prairie Ag's goal is to help you put in and maintain the best crop possible. Remember them for seed, chemical, and fertilizer, along with agronomy services. North Prairie Ag, your genuine farmer-owned cooperative with locations in Osnabrock, Nakoma, Edmore, Hampton, Starkweather, and Langdon.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto owners works with independent agents who answer when you call.
See Mostad Insurance Services of Langdon.
Langdon Implement, Royal Implement, and Cavalier Equipment, your John Deere dealers, are ready to help for the 2025 crop year. All 3 stores are now open at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday for your parts, sales, service, and AMS needs. During deer season, get your best price of the year on lawn and garden equipment now in the lot. Take advantage of early season savings for your combines with their Go With Their Green Service special. See Langdon Implement, Royal Implement, and Cavalier Equipment. And ask their parts departments about online John Deere parts discounts. All right, first pitch here to start off the bottom of the 4th inning. Chase Winterovich will bring it into Isaac Porter to miss just high for ball 1. Winterovich left-hander, and the next pitch is going to be inside of low. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. Isaac Porter followed by Aiden Ross in the top of the order, and James Larson here in the 4th inning. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Here's Winterovich ready to go. Again, he's on a relief here of Jack Green today, as the next pitch is going to be on the corner for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 it goes here again to the batter of the plate, Isaac Porter, who watched and scored earlier in this game back in the 2nd. Next pitch is going to be high. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to count to Isaac Porter. That's when the damage was done for Parker Area. They lead here 5-1. All 5 of the runs coming in the 2nd inning. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. The line by Winterovich in the pitch is low for ball 4. So walk to Isaac Porter. He'll get on at first base to lead off this
center fielder
from the bottom of the 4th inning. Now Aiden Rost will come to the plate. Rost has tripled. He had the big hit for the Yankees so far today. And their biggest hit to date was a triple, a bases clearing triple back in the 2nd inning. And he later came around to score. And here's the first pitch, and it's going to be up high, 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 the count it goes here to Aiden Rost. Get a runner over at first here, and Isaac Porter here with nobody out in the 4th inning. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a high drive to left. Deep that is going. Wes Johnson is there, though, and he'll make the catch. Ross gives another one a ride. This one's going to be hauled in. Good swing there by Aiden Ross again, but it goes the first time of the inning. Allowed out, there it is for the Aggies, but out it is. 1 out, 1 on now for the top of the order, and James Larson here coming up for Park River area. Larson is 1 for 2, struck out in the first. Single, then was caught stealing back in the second. Again, two runners, base runners caught stealing so far for the Aggies today as the first pitch from Winterovich to Larson will miss for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0 it goes, and the pitch is going to be at the letters for strike 1. We're right at 12 noon listening to this Region 4 High School Baseball Championship on KNDK, AM and FM, Langdon-Valhalla Cavalier. It is lunchtime, and the concession stand is rolling here today here in Park River as the next pitch is in for strike 2. Full concessions. If you're looking for something for lunch or around Park River here today, stop by and grab a bite and watch some baseball, right? How much better could it be than that? 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Winterovich here to deliver to James Larson. And a 1-2 is high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 the count. Isaac Porter, again, the runner at first here, the 1 out in the 4th inning. Jake Solsing on deck in the 4th. Still 5-1, Park River area leading. 2-2 pitch is going to be bounced in front of the plate. That'll get to the backstop. It'll be a wild pitch to allow Porter to get over to second base. So wild pitch puts a runner in scoring position. And 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. It works here to James Larson. So 3-2 it goes. Winterovich will look to second. 3-2 pitch. Swing by Larson and a foul ball down the left field line. It'll keep it full at 3-2. So another payoff pitch upcoming here to James Larson. The runner at second here, and Isaac Porter. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. It works here to Larson. Runner off at second. And Isaac Porter, 3-2 pitch again is going to be just missing inside and low, and it's going to be ball 4. 2 walks in the inning now for Chase Winterovich. And 2 walks for him in the game. Walks and hit batters really hurt Grafton in the 2nd inning. When the Aggies made them pay, they're going to try to do it again here. The Aggies, runners on at 1st and 2nd. Solsing at the plate. The pitch swung on. Foul to the backstop. It'll be no balls and 1 strike. Jake Solsing is 1 for 2. Singled in the 1st. Flew out to center field in the 2nd inning. So no balls and 1 strike to count. Runners at 1st and 2nd. Again, it is here for Park River areas. They lead 5-1. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on. Stung out to center field. Keener, though, drifting over. He'll make the catch. Out on left center. Ball hit hard there by Jake Solsing. Hauled in by Keener for out number 2. Runners hold at 1st and 2nd. And now there's 2 away for Tucker Rondal. Rondal will come to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch, and he grounded to second base. He'll come up here with runners on at 1st and 2nd, and again 2 outs in the inning. And here's the first pitch, and it's going to be down low. 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 the count. It is here to, again, Tucker Rondal. Mentioned Tucker got the win on the mound of the winners bracket game between both these teams that they played yesterday. And the Yankees beat the Spoilers 6-1. So that's shortstop here today. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is going to be high. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. Chase Winterovich, 27 pitches he's thrown now, but he just came on in the last inning. Here's how he just came on in the last inning, I should say, to pitch here for the Spoilers. 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 is going to be low, and it's going to be it's low at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. So 2-1 it goes here to Chase Winterovich. Runner still at 1st and 2nd, but 2 outs in the inning. 2-1 of the pitch is going to be high and inside. It's 3-1. Locke would load him up here. 3 balls and a strike now as Winterovich needs to find the strike zone. The bases loaded, and on deck is Tucker Rondal. So 3-1 the count. The next pitch swung on, and it's hit foul down the left field line. It's going to be a foul ball to make it 3-2. So a payoff pitch upcoming here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be able to go on this next pitch. Isaac Porter from second, Aiden Ross from first. So a payoff on the way. Here's Winterovich checking back to second. 3-2. Runners go. The pitch is going to be low for ball 4. Bounced in front of the plate. There once again. Good stop, though, by Cruiser Burns. Will hold the runners where they're at. They do bump up a base, though. Porter to third. Larson to second. And a walk will put Tucker Ondal on now at first. So the Aggies looking for the big hit like they got out of Aiden Ross back in the second with the bases loaded. Kieran Sullivan, a chance to be a hero now for the Aggies. Here's the first pitch. It's going to be inside a low. It'll be 1 ball and no strikes to count. Kieran Sullivan hit by a pitch, and he's grounded out so far here today. And the counter, 1 ball, no strikes. Grafton trying to work out of this bases loaded jam and trying to still be within striking distance here at 4 runs. Here's the next pitch to Sullivan, in for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Get a nice crowd on hand. You would expect it here when these two meet, Park River and area in Grafton. Very close to the towns and everybody involved here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Yeah, we said a couple innings ago, we'll say it again. We'll announce the All Region 4 high school baseball team and give you all the region awards on our post-game show here coming up here on KNDK when this championship day is completed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is low, and it's going to be 2-2. So the count will even up here. Kieran Sullivan, 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. And this is one of 8 regions that either have been completed or still going on today. 8 region champions will advance to the state high school baseball tournament in Fargo starting Thursday. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. The line of the pitch is a check swing, and that's going to be a pitch down low. They'll appeal down to first on the swing. No swing, will say Tyler Stockton, our first base umpire. And the count will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a payoff pitch once again here. The merry-go-round can start for Park River on the pitch. As the runners go, here's a 3-2. It's high for ball 4. And that'll walk in a run. Kieran Sullivan works a walk out of Chase Winterovich's 4th walk here of this inning. And Jamie Villarreal just has to kind of sit and watch as he's to about the end of what he's got options to pitch here. He still has a couple, I guess, left, but he'll try to get through another batter as the Aggies now lead 6-1. 2 outs here for Jamison Erevick. As he will swing at the first pitch, hit one down to short. Over that is going to be Lilimo, and throws over to second, and just like that, the inning is over. So the Aggies will leave the bases loaded, but they do get 1 run here in the 4th inning. 1 run on no hits. They end up leaving 3, and there were no errors. The end now 4 complete. Championship game of the Region 4 high school baseball tournament in Park River on the North Prairie Ag scoreboard. It is Park River area 6 and Grafton 1.
Whether it's a leaky faucet or a plugged sewer, minor renovations to major overhauls, new construction, commercial construction, we do it all. Give us a call.
Clements Road, plumbing, heating, and air.
Protect your farming investment with Bachman Goodman Ag Services, an independent crop hail agency that is also now offering property and casualty insurance. For great service, timely claims management, and a trusted advisor, call Darren, Greg, or Cassandra at 256-2691.
Turn your dreams into reality with the team at Langdon Building Center. Have a remodel project? How about a new deck, siding, or windows? LBC is an authorized Minn Kota windows dealer. Call 256-5191. Langdon Building Center, the center of your building needs.
Columbia Grain delivers quality grain while specializing in corn, soybeans, spring wheat, and canola. Columbia Grain takes pride in being a diversified agriculture company dedicated to serving the producers in local communities. See Columbia Grain in Crystal.
Buying or building a home? Stop in and visit Kayla with FM Bank. She has the expertise to help with home financing. Stop in to visit about the many options available. FM Bank, hometown banking with your neighbors and friends. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, let's go to the top of the 5th inning. 6-1 here is in this Region 4 high school baseball championship game. Parker area is leading Grafton. Wes Johnson, number 9 hitter, leading things off for the Spoilers here in the top of 5. Here's the first pitch from Jake Solsing. That's going to be in for strike 1. 66 pitches now thrown by Solsing today. He's got a limit of 120, so he's got a ways to go. And those should have no trouble here if they would like him to go the complete distance, as the 0-1 pitch is into Johnson for strike 2. Top of the order for Grafton, Trenton Keenan and Cruiser Burns on deck. No balls and 2 strikes. The wind, the pitch. It's going to be inside and low. It'll be 1-2. Grafton again, their 1 run coming back in the second inning. Parker area 5 runs in the second of 1 in the bottom of the 4th. And it's 6-1 Aggies. 1 ball and 2 strikes in the pitch. It's going to be in there for called strike 3. And Wes Johnson knew it as he took that pitch. And that is going to be a strikeout here for Jake Solsing. He doesn't have a ton of those today. I guess that'll be his 4th strikeout of the, now we can say the afternoon. 1 out here in the 5th. And coming up here is Trenton Keena. Keena is 0 for 2. He struck out and he's flied to center field. So first pitch here is a swing and a miss for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Nice crowd here all over the place down the right field line. Big group of Aggies fans, it looks like, over there. No balls and a strike and a pitch swung out and fouled off. Remember, Spoilers fans right next to the Grafton dugout here today as well. No balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 it goes here to Trenton Keena. Nobody on, 1 out here in the 5th inning. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a bouncer under the glove of the first baseman, Jamison Erevick. It'll go out to right field for a base hit. So a single it will be here for Trenton Keena.
Cruiser Burns.
And coming up now will be Cruiser Burns, the catcher. Burns is 0 for 2. He struck out and he's flied to center field so far here this afternoon. As he comes up here, as Grafton needs to start getting things to work here as they are running out of innings here and outs. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to be into Cruiser Burns for strike 1. Spoilers are down 5 runs. Keena on base for the first time here. He's over at first now with 1 out. As the next pitch outside, it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 the count it is here to Cruiser Burns. Kyler Drug is on deck in the inning. 1 ball and 1 strike, and the pitch is going to miss, and it's going to be 2-1. So 2-1 works the count here. We had just 4 teams in this Region 4 tournament and 4 teams in the region again this season. 2-1 pitch swung on. That's going to be hit down to Tucker Rondell. They'll go to second and get 1. Throw to first, not in time. Almost a 6-4-3 double play, but beating out the throw at first is Cruiser Burns. He'll be on at first base with the fielder's choice. Forced out at second is Keena for the second out of the inning. Again, Pembina County North did not have baseball this year. Didn't have enough kids sign up. Only 4 from Cavalier and only 4 for North Border. So I left just the 4 teams here in Region 4 again this season. It's like last year. His first pitch is going to be in now to Kyler Drug, and he'll take strike 1. Drug is 0 for 2. He's popped out twice to second baseman James Larson today. 0-1 pitch is down low. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 it goes here as the runner over at first in Cruiser Burns here for the Spoilers, but now 2 away here in the top of 5. 1 ball and 1 strike, and the pitch is going to be in for a strike. Heading down to second is Burns, and he'll be in there safely with a stolen base. Head of the throw by Trace Anderson. So a steal is second and scoring position here, or runner scoring position now, I should say, here for the Spoilers. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Kyler Drug. And the pitch, 1-2, swung on, hitting the hole between first and second for a base hit. Drew goes the other way as Cruiser Burns are going to, well, they were thinking about sending him, but a strong throw in from right field by Jackson Omdahl will send Burns back to third base. It'll be a single by Drew, his first hit of the game. Grafton their 3rd hit overall of the contest, and now coming up is Kyan Burns with runners at the corners and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And so it's going to be Solsing checking Drug at first. Pitch swung on, hit right down to second. But that is Larson. He'll throw to first, and it's in time for the out. And just like that, the threat is ended here for the Grafton Spoilers here in the top of the 5th inning. They get no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2, and there were no errors. They end now 4.5 on the North Prairie Ag scoreboard from the Region 4 High School Baseball Championship game here at North Star Co-op Field in beautiful Park River, North Dakota. It is Park River Area 6 and Grafton 1. We will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Coming up in just a moment here on KNDK, MyBorderland.com, the MyBorderland app, and on the Stable YouTube channel.
Columbia Grain delivers quality grain while specializing in corn, soybeans, spring wheat, and canola. Columbia Grain takes pride in being a diversified agriculture company dedicated to serving the producers in local communities. See Columbia Grain in Crystal.
Tax season is here, and what better way to lower your taxes and invest for the future than with an IRA account from FM Bank. Setting up an IRA account is quick and easy. See Carol Mickelson at FM Bank. Hometown banking with your neighbors and friends. Member FDIC.
Good luck to all area teams from Forest Flying Service. See them for aerial and ground chemical application. Call Kevin, Dave, Kenny, or Chad at 256-5108. For crop care by air at its best, it's Forest Flying Service saying go Cardinals all season long.
Your one-stop farm headquarters is the Olson Farmers Elevator. See them for grain marketing, fertilizer, chemical, seed, soil sampling, variable rate, and bulk fuel. The Olson Farmers Elevator, your locally owned co-op, serving their patrons for 103 years and counting.
Spraying season is here, and Ryan and Rick at Howard Air are ready to go, offering you dependable ground and aerial spraying. Book your acres today by calling Ryan or Rick at 370-9710. Proudly serving Cavalier County and beyond. It's Howard Air.
All right, friends, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher has come on for Grafton. The third pitcher of the afternoon will be Easton Hensel, throwing, a freshman here for the Spoilers. Easton threw against Langdon Munich back on Monday in the first round of this tournament. He threw 26 pitches, so he's got 109 left that he could throw in this tournament. Plenty of room for that as Easton will come up to face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Park River area here in this 5th inning, and Trace Anderson to lead things off, followed by Noah Troffgruber and then Isaac Porter, as Hensel taking a few extra warm-up tosses here. So 3 pitchers so far for Grafton starting the game was Jack Green. Chase Winterovich pitched a couple of innings, and now it's Easton Hensel to the mound here for the Spoilers. 6-1 Park River leading. As Trace Anderson, the catcher, will come to the plate. Anderson has been hit by a pitch and scored a run and reached on a fielder's choice so far today. He's ready to deliver to him is Easton Hensel. And here's the first pitch, and it's going to be inside. That's going to hit Trace Anderson. Hit by the pitch. And another batter hit. Trace Anderson has been hit for the second time. Again, going to be a few bruises on these Aggies players here after the games today, as we talked about earlier. There's another opportunity as Torrin Bennett is going to run for Trace Anderson now at first base. Coming to the plate here, Noah Troffgruber, who's 0 for 1 so far today. First pitch to him, that almost hit him, but he'll back out of it to make it 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 it goes here to Noah Troffgruber. On deck is Aiden Roster, on deck is Isaac Porter in the inning. 1-0 pitch, swung on it, Troffgruber will hammer one to the left. It'll go all the way back to the corner. Rounding second is Beneda. They're going to wave him around third. Here he comes. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be not in time. It's an RBI double for Noah Troffgruber, and Beneda scores, and it makes it 7-1 Aggies. So, an RBI double by Noah Troffgruber. He gets another hit here this tournament. And it's going to make it 7-1 Aggies. Coming up now will be Isaac Porter here at the bottom of the 5th. Porter has walked twice and scored 2 runs. Easton Hensel now ready to go. And the first pitch is swung on by Porter and fouled back and out of play. So Grafton has thrown Jack Green earlier today. He was a freshman. Chase Winterovich coming on to follow him, a sophomore, and then now coming on here as freshman Easton Hensel. So a young pitching crew has been going for Grafton today. No balls, 1 strike to count. And the pitch. Swing and a foul ball at the plate to be 0-2 here to Isaac Porter. Aiden Ross to follow here in the inning. No balls and 2 strikes. Getting off at second base here is Noah Troffgruber. RBI double moments ago. Makes it 7-1, a 6-run lead here in this Region 4 championship for the Aggies. No balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Easton Hensel will come back and strike out Isaac Porter for the first out of the inning. There'll be one away here now in the 5th for Aiden Rost. And for folks that don't know, Easton Hensel here, son of Jimmy Hensel, was native of Langdon, but has lived in Grafton now for several years. So if you hear that last name, it sounds familiar. That's why. Easton Hensel here on the mound. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to be a swing by Aiden Rost is at the plate, and it'll be fouled back and out of play. It'll go over the Yankees dugout. It'll be no balls and 1 strike. Got a chance to talk to Jimmy a little bit here. Jimmy Hensel, Easton's dad in this tournament event. Doing well in Grafton. No balls and 1 strike to count. And so on it goes here to Aiden Rost. From the stretch, here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's a breaking ball that's in there for strike 2. We thought that was a strike, and it was. Mike Hansen on the call there, our plate umpire. So it goes to Ross, top of the order, and James Larson on deck. Nice looking bender there thrown by Easton Hensel. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 swing and a foul ball just wide of the third base bag. Looked like it possibly could have stayed fair there, but it will be foul. 0-2. The count stays here to Aiden Rost. Rost has had a nice day. He's had a number of nice plays out in center field defensively, and he hammered a triple to left center field back in the 2nd inning, and he got 3 RBIs and the bases clearing 3-bagger. No balls and 2 strikes to count, down to him again. Easton Hensel along with Kinder Cruiser Burns. Troffgruben the lead off second. 0-2 pitch is low and outside. It'll be 1-2. Now Troffgruben trying to get to third on a wild pitch, and he's going to get in there safely. Burns a decent throw down to third, but still safe over at third base. A wild pitch will be Noah Troffgruben. So he gets into third here with 1 out. And 1-2 the count it is here to Aiden Rost. Top of the order again, James Larson on deck here in the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is low and outside, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. We're well over an hour old here, pushing the 90-minute mark of this game. Our first pitch was at 11:02 this morning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Works the count here. And they're 2-2 on the way. Is outside and low, and it's 3-2. So full count payoff pitch upcoming here from Easton Hensel to Aiden Rost. The top of the order looming here for Park River area. 3 balls and 2 strikes and a payoff pitch. 3-2 is going to be inside for ball 4. Just missed him in that pitch was Easton Hensel. It'll be a walk now to Aiden Rost. It'll be runners at the corners here with 1 out, and coming up is James Larson. Larson is, let's see, he struck out, he's singled, and he's walked so far today. And also, again, has been caught stealing. And the Aggies leading 7-1. 1 out here in the 5th as the runner goes from first. The first pitch taken by Larson. And that's going to miss for ball 1, apparently. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner goes down to second. No throw attempted there, so Aiden Rost is allowed second base. 1 ball, no strikes. And a 1-0 pitch is coming up here. It's now ducks in the pond. Runners in scoring position here for the Aggies. 1-0 is right there for strike 1. Hensel will get back to the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Easton Hensel on the season. 1 win, no losses is his record. And Hensel has an ERA of 1.24 coming into the tournament. 1-1 pitch. Good curveball swung on and hit up the middle, though, for a base hit. It's going to go out to center field. Troffgruben will score, and holding at third base is going to be Aiden Rost. RBI single there for James Larson on his 2nd hit of the game, and that's going to make it 8-1. So moving over to third base on the play is Aiden Rost. So get an RBI single, runners to the corners now. And now the runners, 2 runners on base, and Jake Solsing to the plate. And the possibility is here for a 10-run rule win now for Park River area. They get, if Solsing gets on base and these other 2 runners come across, Solsing will take the first pitch down low for a ball. Heading down to second will be James Larson, and not a throw attempted. So we get into scoring position. Runners now at second and third. 0-1 the count. That was a strike to Jake Solsing. No balls and 1 strike it goes. So no balls and 1 strike. And the Aggies leading 8-1. They've slowly moved their lead out after scoring 5 runs in the second. Well, they picked up 1 in the fourth and 2 more so far here in the 5th inning. No balls, a 1 strike to count of the pitch. Breaky ball, good curve in there for strike 2. So 0-2 to Solsing. Tucker Ramdahl on deck here in the 5th. No balls and 2 strikes. Championship game here, the Region 4 High School Baseball Tournament here in Park River. 0-2 it goes. And the pitch. Curveball swung on, chopped over to short. Lillemoen's got it. His play will be to first, and it is in time for the out. Very close play at first. But it'll be a ground out by Jake Solsing. He'll get an RBI for it. He'll bring in a run. Scoring is Aiden Ross to the back end of that, and it'll make it 9-1 the score. Moving over to third is James Larson. An RBI ground out there for Jake Solsing, the Aggies pitcher. So Tucker Ramdahl now at the plate. He has reached base twice today, and he's also grounded out. Here's the first pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Ramdahl hit by a pitch in the first inning. Walked in the fourth. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Runner at third base. Here with 2 outs as James Larson is still over there at third. Just 1 runner on now for the Aggies. They lead 9-1. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch swung on and fouled off towards the Grafton dugout. It'll make it 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here coming in, again, mentioned a number of times, I'll say it again, winner of this tournament goes to the State B High School Baseball Tournament at Newman Outdoor Field in Fargo, starting Thursday. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and Ramdahl is going to take that inside and high. Ball is going to get away, but now trying to come home and score on a wild pitch was James Larson. He's going to be thrown out. The ball kind of bounced off the backstop, the bottom part of the padding portion of it. It bounced right back to Cruiser Burns, who throws to Easton Hensel, who will tag James Larson coming home for the 3rd out of the inning. And we're going to play on to a 6th inning. We sure are. That's it for Park River area in their half of the 5th. But they pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. Nobody left. And no errors. The end of 5 complete now on the North Prairie Ag scoreboard. Again, from the Region 4 High School Baseball Tournament Championship game here at North Star Co-op Field. It's Park River area 9, Grafton 1. Again on the North Prairie Ag scoreboard. We're back in a moment.
At Egg Country Farm Credit Services, we know that it takes preparation, hard work, and a full team effort to achieve success. So no matter what field you're competing on, we salute all our local athletes. Egg Country Farm Credit Services, experts in every field.
Built from the ground up by a legendary farmer, Simplot has delivered farming innovation for over 75 years. American-based and family-run to this day, Simplot Grower Solutions is grounded in field-proven products and insights. And good luck to all area teams.
Building or remodeling? See Walhalla Building Center from Dakota Windows, Edco Steel Siding, Malarkey Shingles, Aristocraft Cabinets, Valspar Paint, and everything else you'll need to complete your project. Good luck, Cardinals, from the Walhalla Building Center.
Go Langdon from the T.R. Wayne Insurance Agency. For farm, home, crop, business, life, and auto insurance, see the locally owned and operated T.R. Wayne Insurance Agency in Langdon or call 256-2166.
All right, top of the 6th inning, Jake Solsing delivering his first pitch here in the 6th. It's low to Soren Olson. Taking for ball 1. Olson will swing and miss. So the next pitch by Solsing to make it 1 ball, 1 strike. We play on to the 6th inning with the Aggies now leading 9-1. And Soren Olson, Ty Story, Brody Lomo to come up here for Grafton. How about Soren Olson? Another swing and another base hit. He is 2 for 2 today. He was 4 for 4 last night, as we mentioned a couple of times, but worthy of saying more than once. Soren Olson, again, the hottest hitter, or maybe not just for the spoilers, but for any team in this tournament here as he gets another single. And he's out at first to start off the 6th inning here for Grafton. That's the Aggies' 5th hit in the game, or the spoilers' 5th hit in the game, I should say. And it's a runner at first now here coming up for Ty Story. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to be low off the plate. And it's going to be a wild pitch. It's heading over to second. It'll be Soren Olson. So it's going to make it 1 ball or no strikes to count here to Ty Story. And over at second base now, here is Soren Olson. 1-0 the count. So 1-0 it goes here. And again, Solsing ready in the pitch. It's going to be inside a low. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. We've just gotten past 60 degrees here in Park River today. Going to get near 70, and 70s for the weekend, though, looks like, or around there anyway. 2 balls and no strikes, and a pitch outside and low for ball 3. So 3-0 the count. State track meet again continues today. We mentioned it'll conclude tomorrow. It's also Region 3 boys golf in Devil's Lake on Tuesday. So next pitch is going to miss inside low for ball one. I believe Jake Solsing will be one of the golfers for Park River area, by the way, in that tournament. Next pitch misses a story, and it'll be a walk to the Grafton second baseman. And that's 2 walks here so far today now for Jake Solsing. Runners on at first and second for Brody Lillabo in the shortstop. Lillabo has struck out and he's walked so far today. First pitch is inside and low, and it's going to go for a ball. A snap throw down from Trace Anderson to second. Sword also will get back in time. 1 ball, no strikes to the count. It is here now to Brody Lillabo again. Runners on at first and second here. And again, Solsing now throwing his 90th pitch. It's going to miss for a ball. Now a snap throw down to first, and that's going to get away out into right field. Throwing error by Anderson, as now a throw will come in, but it'll be an error to put Soren Olsen at third base and move Ty Story to second. So runners at second and third, 2 balls and no strikes now. An RBI chance, big RBI chance here for Brody Lillamo. And runners at second and third and nobody out. Here's the first pitch, or next pitch into Lillamo, and it'll be inside, and it's going to be 3 balls and no strikes. Lock and load the bases for Jorgen Olsen is on deck here for the Spoilers. 3-0 pitch, and it's going to miss for ball 4. So back-to-back walks it is here for Jake Solsing, and now Brett Omdahl is going to come out of the dugout, which could signal a pitching change here for the Aggies. Here's Jake Solsing in 92 pitches now he's thrown here today. His timeout is called here for a moment. Again, 9-1 the score. Park River area leading Grafton. And we'll see if the Aggies will stay with Solsing or they're going to make a move. And it looks like they are going to make a move here. So some defensive changes will be coming on for Park River area. Jake Solsing, a nice day on the mound, but he will leave here with 92 pitches thrown here on the day here at North Star Co-op Field this afternoon. Pitching change timeout it is. And again, it's 9-1. An 8-run lead here for Park River area over Grafton here in this Region 4 High School Baseball Championship on the North Prairie Ag scoreboard. We're back in just a moment.
Bring the whole family to Sporty's Bar and Grill for lunch or supper, featuring appetizers, burgers, pizza, wings, sandwiches, and a variety of salads. See Sporty's Facebook page for menu and specials. Sporty's Bar and Grill, downtown Langdon.
Farmers Grain of Hoople provides area producers with competitive pricing on chemicals and fertilizer. They also offer custom application. Call the agronomy office at 894-6117 or the elevator at 894-6116 for Hoople Farmers Grain Company. Proud to bring you this portion of the game on KNDK. Witzel Construction does dirt work for various projects, including basements, demolition, loading, hauling, water and sewer lines, septic tank installation, and will also do drain tile and drain field projects. Witzel Construction, Langdon.
North Prairie Ag's goal is to help you put in and maintain the best crop possible. Remember them for seed, chemical, and fertilizer, along with agronomy services. North Prairie Ag, your genuine farmer-owned cooperative with locations in Osnabrock, Nakoma, Edmore, Hampton, Starkweather, and Langdon.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto owners works with independent agents who answer when you call.
See Mostad Insurance Services of Langdon.
Right, folks, here we go. New pitcher for Park River area is Jackson Ondahl, a freshman throwing here for the Aggies. Jackson has thrown 18 innings on the season. Record of 3 wins, no losses. 26 strikeouts compared to 8 walks in 18 innings pitched, and he's got an ERA of 0.78. Very impressive earned run averages here for the Aggies pitchers. Their team batting average, their team earned run average this season is 1.04 coming into the tournament. First pitch is going to be low and outside here to Jorgen Olsen. Jackson Ondahl will miss his first pitch. It'll be 1 ball, no strikes. The bases are loaded here again for Grafton as they trail here 9-1 in the top of the 6th this Region 4 Championship. 1-0 pitch to Olsen. A swing and a soft liner is going to be caught by Larson, and he's going to pick off Brody Lillamo over at first. Wow, that was a soft liner. He easily was going to be caught. Lillemoen was caught off first base. Not sure why he drifted that far away from the bag, but the problem is he did. And I guess it ends up being a double play, right? Well, it's going to be a line-out double play. So what could have been a very profitable inning here for Grafton is now a chance for the Aggies to get out of trouble here. As at the plate is a pitch down low to Wes Johnson. Is that there? I think we have a pinch hitter here coming in for. Let's see if we can get this figured out. For the Spoilers, his runners on at second and third. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. So 1-0. Luke Height is the batter at the plate here for the Spoilers, right-handed hitter. Pitch hitting here for Wes Johnson. 2 balls and no strikes to count. 2-0 pitch. And the pitch is outside of low for ball 3. Yeah, tough break there for Grafton. Lillemoen again just way off the bag there. And that very soft liner hit by Larson. Hit by Jorgen Olsen 2. James Larson. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch. It's going to be in there for strike 1. So the count worked to 3-1 here to Luke Height, who's again pinch hitting for Wes Johnson, the left fielder. 3-1 the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. The count worked to a full count now as Jackson Omdahl trying to get his team out of a jam here in the top of the 6th inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the line of the 3-2 on the way, and it's in there for called strike 3.